Hello everyone, welcome back to Pixel Perfect Marathon. I'm your host Jasper for the next two runs, and coming right up for you we have Bomb Rush, Cyberfunk, 80% done by Shovel Claws with on hosting Helix, and with that, Shovel, Helix, go right ahead.
That way, Helix, my host, my favorite host. Hello everyone, how's it going? My name is Shovel Claws. Today we're going to be running some Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. This game is absolutely nuts. It's a recent game. It's kind of like a Jet Set Radio spiritual successor, but I like to call this game what happens when you combine Tony Hawk with Sonic the Hedgehog, and also throw in Jet Set Radio in there, because this game has the speed run of a Sonic game, and I'm not kidding. It's absolutely nuts. Here to explain a lot of it while I try to game is Helix, if you'd like to introduce yourself.
Hello, well I've been introduced twice already. I'm Helix. I speedrun this game, of course. There is so much ridiculous stuff that happens. I apologize if things don't make sense for the first 10 minutes, because this game has about 7 different tricks that we need to explain within like 10 minutes. It is absolutely ridiculous. You're going to love it, I promise.
This game starts out very fast. We have time to explain stuff a little bit deeper on the baseline when we get into Chapter 2, so if everything goes over your head, all you need to know is that all of this is combining to make an otherwise pretty slow chapter very fast. Don't worry about it too much. But yeah, we're gonna just go ahead and get started. Time will begin whenever I hit blank slate here. So I'll count us down. In 3, 2, 1, go. Alright. And we're loading into Prologue. Helix, go ahead, take it away.
Alright, so here's Prologue. We're in jail. It's fine. We won't be in jail very long. We are currently playing as Foe, and we are about to meet a character called Trice. Trice is gonna help us get out of jail.
He's really good at it, weirdly.
Yeah, well, there's also we got some help from someone else too. It seems it's fine.
Yeah, but
we're going to sort of take matters into our own hands in a little bit here. If you like out of bounds clips, stay tuned.
Yeah.
But first things first, we gotta just play the game for a little bit. A couple things we gotta get through. We need to accomplish sort of 2 things here. We need to learn how to do graffiti, and we need to grab some roller skates before we can just flip out of bounds and leave. But before we do that, we're going to get to a certain point and quit out of the game. This will
runs over. Goodbye, everyone.
Runs over. See you. No. Trice is going to. Normally, he takes this long walk over here to where he needs to be, and then we can talk to him. But if we quit out of the game, come back, he just teleports there a little bit faster. Saves like 5 seconds.
Anyways, there's graffiti.
Easy way to save 5 seconds. Yeah, now we know how to do graffiti. Huge.
That white boy can graffiti. Here's the roller skates, and we've kind of gotten the 2 things that we need. So we're going to come to this locker, set our FPS to 30. That's the only real way to get these clips consistently. And if we do the movement just right, jump at the right time, we'll clip out of bounds. Helix, what's PBR?
PBR stands for Pretty Boy Revival. Essentially, what Shovel Claws is trying to do here is pause right as it enters the loading zone to load into the next area here.
Taking it very slow, but
as you should.
What's the point?
Oh no!
I pressed D a little bit too long. Okay, you're gonna see what happens when we fail Pretty Boy Skip. We're gonna load into this very long cutscene. Or Pretty Boy Revival. We load into this really long cutscene that we don't want to watch. Thankfully, I have a backup save ready, so this is great. This is great. All right. Well, that's fine. You're not gonna see a lot of the like absurd stuff that we have to do to make Pretty Boy Revival work, and that's fine.
Okay.
Typically, we'd load into a hideout without that cutscene playing, and then we'd have a bunch of another out of bounds clip to go to, and it all combines to make hideout kind of cool. It skips a huge tutorial and a huge cutscene.
Yeah, it saves like 2 minutes. It's a long time.
It's faster to unironically reset your run and go for it again if I didn't have this backup save, so I'd literally just like reset the save file and go for it again if I didn't think to make the backup save beforehand. So good thing I did.
Funny. And it's called Pretty Boy Revival because Foe is Pretty Boy, and foe gets decapitated in one of the cutscenes that we skip. But because we never see the cutscene in hideout, the the trigger to switch to the other character is never properly set, so we're just still playing as foe, which is pretty funny.
Yeah. We'll be playing as Pretty Boy here for about, give or take, 13 minutes.
Yep.
Probably a little bit less, but...
I think it's more like 10 or 11, honestly.
Yeah. Anyways, what are we doing in here, Helix?
Now, we are in Early Square. We are in Millennium Square, and we are there early. We are really only supposed to go to one area so far, but we've already broken the game so much that we are in Millennium Square, which is a place that we should be in Chapter 2, but the way we had to get out of Hideout means that we have to go through here to get to where we want to be in Chapter 1. So since we need to be here anyway, we are doing some graffiti, which gets us some rep. We'll need that rep in Chapter 2. That's part of the main gameplay loop. Don't worry about it too much just yet. We'll explain it a bit more later. And now, Shovelclaws is finally making its way to the area we were actually supposed to be in, Versum Hill. But we're not exactly at the spot we need to be inside of Versum Hill just yet, because we entered it through Millennium Square instead of through Hideout. But we can do a series of jumps here to go make this train. You might be wondering, Helix, why do we need to make the train? This doesn't look like anything special. Well, once we talk to Rave, some graffiti will spawn on the train, and it turns out to actually be faster to just get the graffiti that's on the train, and we can sort of ride the train over to another area of the map as we're doing this. Super cool route. This was theorized and it was discovered that this was faster like a couple days ago. It's sick.
Yeah, it's also really tricky. If you make one minor mistake, it's very hard to come back from. So I'm glad I caught the train. This route is pretty rough. But
yeah,
if you want to explain
sure.
what's gonna happen here, go for it.
Shovelclaws is setting up for what is known as a zip. This is the main movement tech in this game, so keep your eyes peeled.
Ow. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
you're
fine.
back up.
Yep.
I'm gonna go grab this graffiti, and then we're gonna land on top of these billboards up here.
I think... Yeah, no, you're fine. Okay. So...
Alright. Very cool. Wall clips are good and fun. Anyways, this is what a zip is.
Mm-hmm. When you do a wall ride, the game gives you a whole bunch of speed for like a frame. And if you end the wall ride, that's okay. Being out of bounds there is okay. We got through the first wall, which is more important. Yeah, the game gives you a bunch of speed for like a frame, and if you end the wall ride before the game takes away that speed, you get to keep it, and it is very useful in a whole bunch of different places. And so now, finally, we are where we are supposed to be within Chapter 1. At this cutscene. This cutscene is necessary to essentially play the rest of the game. There are things we need to do after this that do not spawn if this cutscene is not triggered. And the reason we needed to do all that is, one, it was efficient to do graffiti and get some rep, but two, because that wall that this character is now sliding under was basically solid. It is very difficult to get around. So we just, we got some graffiti and then just zipped through a different wall.
Well, speaking about getting hard to get around.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah, you wanna try to hit a zip underneath it. I missed it. That's fine though. But yeah, the way zips kind of work is that whenever you initially ride a billboard, the game will give you a big boost of speed, and we can use that to our advantage, of course, by riding the wall for one frame. That gives us a huge burst of speed while off the wall. It's the biggest speedrun thing to know about. We'll explain it probably a few times, but all you need to know: wall run for about one frame, and you'll typically get a zip.
So now we are into the main gameplay loop of this game, where you collect rep by doing graffiti, and then you do challenges. Getting more rep unlocks more challenges. Eventually, once you do all the challenges and gain enough rep, then you can do the crew battle, which is sort of the final fight, so to speak, against this crew. And if you win that, you claim their turf. It's not really much of a fight. It's a score battle. You'll see in a little bit.
We be killing people here. I also totally didn't check for if Bell rode the billboard and I'm getting punished for it. That graffiti we typically spray, but I didn't think about it. I just woke up. It's okay.
It's fine.
So Belle is one of our crewmates. They're riding around, and they can also spray graffiti. And that one graffiti on that billboard there is something that typically we would either let Belle grab in order to get the rep, or we'd spray it ourselves. But the secret third option, the option that you never want, is Belle going to grab the graffiti and then you interrupting her with the challenge. Thankfully, we have a backup here that we don't grab. I'm gonna turn around for this because I think this is cool.
Fair.
Never mind. Nothing matters. It's okay.
No.
You can do a zip off that billboard during this manual challenge. This manual challenge wants you to manual from the top of the hill to the bottom, but the game doesn't care how you get to the bottom as long as you're in a combo the whole time, so we can just jump off in a manual and then zip to the bottom. But unfortunately, because we missed it, we didn't zip to the bottom, and also we can't do a pretty cool zip here, but that's okay. We're coming up on the crew battle here, though. The Franks here gonna chill in their basketball court, and we're gonna confront them. We're asking around about our head, which is clearly still on our shoulders, but then we get pulled off to the side here, and we get ambushed, and we're gonna do something kind of funny here. I'll let Helix explain.
Yes, this trick is called Stonewall. There are 3 phases to this boss, but the last 2 have 3 hits each. But we are going to end this fight about 5 hits early, because what we can do is hit this boss, pretty much stun her, and then just run into the corner, and we're outside of the boss's detection radius just barely, and as a failsafe, so the game thinks the boss cannot get to us, and so to prevent soft blocking, it just ends the fight. It's surprisingly easy to do. Try it at home.
Yeah, no, like you can do that like very easily. It's a surprise that it didn't get found like within the first few days, but I guess it was like day 3 when it got found, so it wasn't that long. Yeah, that's true, Franks. Anyways, this is the score battle. This is about 2 minutes of downtime, which honestly is not that bad. I'm not gonna complain because this is nice time to do some stuff.
Yeah, chapter 1 is a doozy. It's nice to have just a little bit of a break.
So, you've heard all of the shenanigans we do. You've heard about zips. You've heard about, you know, all the weird routing we did in this chapter. Things are gonna get way more complicated when I explain this next trick, zip storage. So whenever you ride a billboard, the game will store the speed that you leave that billboard off. So a regular wall run will be about 13 speed most of the time. And the game will store that, and whenever you then ride a billboard next time, for a small moment of time, the game will improperly try to read that score that you just got stored. And that leads to a lot of shenanigans that you'll see coming up here in the next segment. But it allows us to take speeds from other billboards and apply them to to different billboards in order to get a bunch of speed. Anyways, I'm gonna play my favorite endless runner. Here's your Subway Surfers content, everyone. Shout out to the category extension we have of getting 5,000 points in this game. It's impossible. No one has done it yet. Alright. And now we have like an unskippable cutscene here. The lowdown on the story is that we are playing as Red. Red is just Foe who's gotten his head chopped. And we know who did it. It was this guy, DJ Cyber. And we want to get our head back. And also we have a small cameo from a friend. Don't worry about it. But yeah. DJ Cyber here is going to ambush us after the crew battle because the Franks are being little whiny babies and are refusing to give up their home turf despite losing a crew battle judged by the old heads. And the old heads are the code of the street. If they say something, it goes, basically. At least in regards to the score battle. So since we beat them, you know, we're gonna take the Frank's turf, but they're refusing it. And then Trice tells DJ Cyber that we're missing our head, and he Yeah, he might have messed up because Futurism here, DJ Cyber's crew, is going to ambush us, grab a hold of us. And then Red is gonna get locked into the tummy ache machine. We're gonna have a bad tummy ache. Don't worry about it too much. Unskippable cutscene over, thank God.
So welcome to the first dream sequence. There are 4 of these in the run. We skip one of them. That's why there are only 4 instead of 5. And
Yeah.
Speaking of skips, all but 1 have absolutely major skips. So
Yeah,
this
if I
is the
don't
first
hit
one.
this, I'll be sad. I'll be more sad missing this than PBR.
So this one is known as Nightmare.
Nice.
Awesome.
I got a very high launch here too. And
that was
flipped
really
inside.
solid.
That's fine.
That's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, but that is Nightmare 1. That used to be a lot more difficult before the advent of zip storage. So you saw I've been occasionally zipping on the sides of billboards instead of typically what you do, which is going to a corner. Zip storages allow you to have a lot more versatility in what you zip off of, because it allows you to go off the edges of billboards instead of just the sides. Or instead of just the corners. Zips typically only work on corners, but zip storages allow us to do on the edges, which is really nice. So we do a zip storage, storing off of a billboard that we grab during the crew battle. And since there's no loading zones will clear your zip storage typically, but since dreams don't have a loading zone between them, they're just stored way further off in the level, so you just get teleported. The zip storage is still active, which allows us to do stuff like that, which we just use all that speed to go right to the end. You can get to the very top of that last tower in something that we call a slam dunk, because there's a basketball goal at the top, and that's our goal. But yeah, zip storages made Nightmare 1 and 2, because there are 2 of them, a lot easier, which is very nice.
Yes, so that is sort of the true potential of zip storage.
Easier and faster.
Yes.
Mind you, which is great.
It's,
the 2 things that speedrunners care about.
I can't overstate how much easier zip storage made Nightmare 1. It was probably the single hardest trick in the game.
Yeah.
And now it's like not free necessarily, but decently close to it.
I would argue that a intermediate player could get Nightmare pretty consistently. And a beginner could get it once or twice.
I agree.
But anyways, DJ Cyber has put us on a new mission after meeting him. We're going to have to go all city if we want to head back, and going all city is just taking over the 5 boroughs, and that is going to entail us going around beating the 5 crews and taking their turf. We've already gotten 1 out of the way, the Franks. So now we gotta go to the Clips, who we'll see in Millennium Square. And hopefully Milky Way treats me nicely. We'll see. Also, this cutscene's unskippable. Don't worry about it too much.
Yeah, there's only one more long and skippable cutscene after this one, thankfully, at the start of Chapter 3. So we're almost done with these.
Yeah.
It's annoying because you have to mash through them, but otherwise I wouldn't mind as much.
Alright. And Bill's gonna interrupt us here to give our camera our phone a camera. Thank God for Bell. I fell down during that cutscene. Don't worry about it. This game has a lot of funny cutscene shenanigans. Anyways, nice. Let's go. First try Milky Way. That is a pretty difficult zip setup that we do off that rail. It is pretty precise, and if you hit it, it speeds up this segment a ton. It is absurd.
Yeah, you just save a whole bunch of time.
It's pretty big. But
normally you have to take that long walk all the way down that hill, and it's just sad. What were you saying?
Yeah. I was gonna talk about some about early square, and this is where all the time save comes in. For the most part, we slow down chapter 1 to make chapter 2 a lot faster here. So you'll see when we load in, the clips are now just immediately talkable. They won't talk to Red though, so we have to come over to the Cypher mat and call our crewmates Bell and Trice. We got good Bell RNG. Bell is not always guaranteed to be the first option there, so sometimes you do have to menu. And then we'll come back over to the clips and talk to them with Bell. So all of that graffiti we did while we were in Square earlier ended up saving time, despite taking a little bit of extra time in Chapter 1 to go out of our way to do it. It loses about a minute in Chapter 1, but it more than makes up for it in Chapter 2. I don't know the exact, like, numbers on how much time it saves, but I know it's a lot faster.
Yeah, I don't know either. It's cool and fast as long as
Nice!
Wow, and you got both zips here? That's huge.
That is pretty big, actually. After talking to the clips with Bell, they will retreat into Brink Terminal. Also, we're gonna meet our favorite baby girl, Solus. He's being bullied by the clips. The clips are like man-hating girl bosses, and honestly, queens. But Solus is their baby girl punching bag. But thankfully, Chapter 2 from here on out is a lot more vanilla. My controller disconnected. Lol, lamau even. Okay, cool. I love the DualSense. Alright. Very cool, very
the same
cool.
controller, and I've had the same problem.
You get sprite index 58 now. Congrats.
Yep.
That's a very weird bug whenever your controller disconnects. I don't know why.
So anyway, we are back into the excuse me, wow. Back into the usual gameplay loop of doing challenges and getting rep. This challenge is actually a perfect time to talk about the combo multipliers in this game. You get a multiplier by leaning into tight corners, so anything like 45 degrees or I guess it would be like over 90 degrees
It's
technically.
some
But
degree.
yeah,
I'm not really sure what it is. It depends on your character's rotation, and so, you know.
yeah, but whenever you lean into a corner, you get a multiplier. You can also get multipliers by doing wall rides and going off quarter pipes. And that becomes really important, especially later on when we need to get some more score. So the game teaches us that, and just sort of starts teaching us how to effectively apply things that we've learned in this chapter.
Yeah, Chapter 1 teaches us the things, and Chapter 2 asks us to apply those things. We're gonna do a small little zip here off of this truck, because you can wall run off it, and the jump there that we do, called a trick jump, that gives us a bunch of extra height, allows us to get just the right amount of height to get a zip. Hello, yes.
Nice. Hello, yes.
Alright. You didn't see that wrong, by the way. Solus is just tied up on that fence. Poor dude.
He's fine. Don't worry about it.
He's fine.
So now we're doing a points challenge. You need to get 25,000 points. That's not very much, so we're just gonna get a couple graffiti, hit a couple multipliers, and we'll pretty much get there. There's a boost trick in the mix as well.
Yeah,
And there we go.
so...
It's already done.
Yeah, hello, Polo. So the one thing in that combo challenge, or that score challenge, that makes it a lot faster is the boost trick. The boost trick is just an extra mechanic that is a trick that uses up a bunch of your boost that you can use, and it gives you a ton of extra points, and we will use that during score challenges if we need it. Because it gives us a ton of points. It is ridiculous.
You could compare it roughly to special tricks in Tony Hawk if you wanted to.
I've never played a Tony Hawk game, so this is my realm.
I've played enough for both of us.
Alright, this challenge wants us to get a 3x multiplier on these rails, but it's pretty simple. It's nothing important. All you need to know is that manualing on the ground will maintain our combo, so whenever you see me kind of sliding on the ground, I guess it's a cess slide for the inline skates here, but it's fine. Whenever you see me manualing, that's what's happening, is that I'm manualing to maintain my combo. It is also worth noting that doing tricks gives us boost, and boost allows us to go fast, and that's part of why we maintain combos everywhere we go anyways, because the more tricks we have, the more boost we get.
Yes, boost is really, really important because, you know, as you can kind of, as is kind of implied from the name boost, we use it to go fast.
Yeah.
So now we are doing sort of a mini boss fight. We are in a battle with...
Oh my god.
Oh no, wow, you still made it. What the heck?
I'm a clutch god, it's okay.
We are
Anyways.
fighting this sniper named Escher, who if you look closely, you'll notice that Escher is also cyber,
white.
just like red. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
But yeah, he's also a cyberhead. It's kind of this weird, mysterious plot point. He's like, ooh, I'm just like you, for real. But this sniper battle is nothing too intimidating. It can sometimes troll you, but that's okay. Escher typically behaves. And after the sniper battle, we'll get placed right by this billboard to hopefully... Okay, well, I clipped through the stairs. It's
Nah, it's okay. Not the end of the world. You can just teleport
This
back
happens.
to where we need to be.
Yeah, this
Try it
billboard zip onto the stairs is called escalator because we're gonna use it to climb up a big tower, and we're using the stairs to climb the tower. Get it? It's like an escalator.
Yeah.
It's a good trick name. I think we have good trick names here at Bomb Rush Cyberfunk Inc.
I think so too.
And we're gonna use that to get to the top of the tower, spray that graffiti, and then we're just in range of the Eclipse's trigger to start the score battle, so we just immediately start the score battle.
Yep.
And just like that, Brink Terminal is mostly done for. We just have the score battle here to go through, but I mean, it's pretty chill. That went pretty well.
Yeah, not a bad chapter 2.
It's hard for chapter 2 to go very, very wrong, but it is possible. I've definitely like failed challenges before. But yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you'll fail a challenge, or sometimes you will just not get escalator for like 2 minutes, and it's really annoying.
Yeah, I think my my record is with escalator is overall probably negative. It's pretty bad actually. And it's not even like I'm bad at the trick or anything. I just clip through a lot. I clip those stairs a lot.
Yeah, it's finicky in that way.
Shout out to Storied.
Yo.
Because we're doing dog percent. It's a community meme that during this crew battle you have to go to the top of this tower, Brink Center, and we can do a zip up here. Also, I want to show off something I discovered yesterday that requires me to do something heinous. If you want to close your eyes, I understand.
No, no, don't do it. No.
It's okay, because he'll be fine.
We're killing the animals, chat.
Okay, and then if we look away, he's fine.
Oh, thank God.
He's a magic dog. The people in my chat have been saying to fear the dog. I didn't take them seriously until yesterday when I realized this guy can teleport. I'm terrified now.
Fear the dog.
Fear the dog.
Dog's dripped out.
That dog is dripped out. But yeah, shout out to world record holder Storied. He's the guy who made this meme. He also uses this dog as his profile picture, which is very funny and silly.
Doesn't Bites have
He's
record
also
now by,
like
like
super
2
tripped out.
seconds?
Oh yeah, he doesn't have world record anymore. Bites took it
Yes.
back by 2 seconds. I forgot about this. Anyways,
Shout out to both of them, honestly. Both incredible players.
let me get a in chat. Your best like weird old man growl. I don't know why those guys make that sound, but it's fine. That's the start to this dream. We mentioned earlier that one of the dreams doesn't have any big skips. Yeah, you'll never guess which dream that is.
Yeah, there's just really nothing here for us to work with. There are no billboards for us to zip off of. There's... Oh, that was scary. Nice save.
I don't think that's faster, but I wanted to do it anyways. Yeah, nothing special here. We just have a bunch of small cuts, shortcuts.
Yeah.
My boost is low, so I'm gonna try to do this with as little boost as possible, and I'm goated. Alright.
That was really clean.
That little tower cut there saves about 3 seconds.
It's about 3 seconds, and it's so scary.
It is pretty scary. The respawn trigger is quite a far ways behind. It's worth noting that dreams don't respawn you based on like what the rest of the game does. It actually specifically disables the old respawns, and what it does instead is that it's kind of like, oh my god, I didn't think I got that trick jump. It's kind of like different segments. So if you die, you're gonna go back to the beginning of whatever segment you last were in.
Yep.
But with all that, we are good.
Dream 2 is done, and that is the end of Chapter 2.
Yeah, all we have to do is spray the graffiti at the end, and that's it. We go to the next chapter afterwards. And last unskippable cutscene, we're gonna meet our third crew here, .exe. .exe, probably the community favorite crew that you go against. People love these guys, and for good reason. They wouldn't be my favorite if another crew weren't full of a bunch of rats. You guys, you know who you are. But
yeah, well, we'll talk about them a little later.
Yeah, these guys are cool. They have robot heads. They just like us, for real, except a little bit different. And they got some boobs. My god.
I mean, they also speak like they're just internet trolls a little bit, so...
Yeah, they
are just like us, for real.
They do verbalize acronyms that are only supposed to be used online, so I respect them for that. They just like me, for real, LMFAO.
they say a lol out loud, which...
Yeah.
I'll let you judge whether that's...
As a Zoomer, I am a proud endorser of this message.
Same, actually.
LOL. Am I right, my fellow kids? Anyways, we're going back to the Millennium Square. Trice opens up that little shortcut for us, thankfully. And that allows us to get back to Millennium Square pretty quickly. And we have to take down this speaker wall before we can get into Mall. So we're gonna get a bunch of rep, and I'm lying, of course. We have a skip for this. We just go out of bounds and jump into the loading trigger. And whenever we do, we can load into the mall. And mall just so happens to progress just like normal.
Yep, and Shovelclaws did set its FPS to 230 once again for that clip.
Yeah, sorry, you have to watch 30 FPS gameplay for like 2 seconds. Alright, cute little trick jump up here.
Nice.
We're gonna meet with Vinyl. Vinyl here is gonna run away a lot, and it's kind of implied that she's an antagonist in Chapter 1, but she reveals herself to not be during this chapter, apparently. I don't know, I have my doubts, but it's fine.
She serves mostly an anti-hero role.
Yeah. But we'll meet her more in Mall here, and then after chasing her down a bit, we'll open up the next area of the mall. You'll see that little closed door on our right. We can't get through to the next area where the actual .exe challenges will start until we open that. And we can't open that without progressing through the cutscenes here.
So this is about just getting all of the required vinyl triggers, basically. So, also getting some rep, of course. I really like this section of the mall, actually. I think the movement in it is very fun.
That's just barely not enough.
Nah.
I think I also aimed at the wrong part. You can hop up to this this little food court's second floor very nicely. Anyways, we're gonna talk to someone through the floor. I love doing that all the time.
Yep.
And then that teleports us up to this top floor up here, and then it's not over yet because we need to do a pretty precise jump here.
Yeah, we are not supposed to be able to get up on top of this wall, but there are a few various ways we can do that. They're all very precise.
Yeah. This one is the one I'm most consistent at, but you wouldn't know it looking at it because it's just kind of inconsistent.
It's really finicky, yeah. There you go. So we are not supposed to be up here at all, but we're going to take advantage of it by grabbing some graffiti.
Yeah, the only reason this is faster is because we have all this graffiti to grab, so we'll use it to our advantage. And also, this little clip here, this wall doesn't actually have collision, so we can just hop through it after doing a little trick jump there. Very funny.
That is known as Switch Clip, not because someone named Switch found it, but because we clip over to the Switch, and we need to activate
I'll never
there.
guess what just happened again. My controller disconnected. I'm out. Thankfully, reconnected actually fast this time. It's fine. But, Yeah, we gotta spray the switch there to get to the next area. Okay. And then we'll grab this medium spray on the way there. Oh, we never talked about the different graffiti sizes, did we?
No,
It's
we
probably
didn't.
fine to talk about.
Yeah, so there are 4 different graffiti sizes: small, medium, large, and extra large, and they give 2, 4, 6, and 8 rep respectively. Generally, we just get whatever graffiti is sort of on our way, but if we can prioritize larger ones, we do. Larger ones give the most rep per second due to their animation.
Yeah, assuming
something to keep in
optimal
mind.
play. Ah, that was close. All right, we're gonna have to try to get a zip here. All right, that was good.
Nice.
The reason we get the zip, and it doesn't matter because I immediately hit this wall afterwards. That's fun. We're gonna do it again. The reason for getting this zip is because it gives us zip storage for a trick later on. This is going terribly wrong, but it's okay. It's fine. I can simply cope and seethe, and well,
You're gonna hit 50 tricks.
I know. I can just keep the combo going though. It's
That's
fine.
true. It
I want to
doesn't
show
matter
off Fish Gap.
Yeah,
So,
it's really cool.
Yeah.
There you go.
I'll grab this. Grab the zip storage there, and then fine. I think I'll just end it here. Fine. I'm also not great at Fish Gap, so
it's hard.
There's a chance we miss it anyways. It's hard. But we want zip storage off that red billboard because it'll give us the speed necessary for a trick during the next challenge.
Yes. So that challenge was to get 50 tricks in one combo. You can lose a lot of time
Very
there
easy.
if you drop your combo. Don't do that.
Yep. It's very easy to get as a baseline, but to make it fast and also get the zip storage and stuff, it's rough. But here's Fish Gap, hopefully. Nice, let's go. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
I got a beefy launch off of the bench there. But that trick is called Fish Gap because it skips the gap with the fishes. Kind of sounds like a skate trick, which I like. But it allows us to skip over most of that challenge's actual requirements because that challenge wants us to. I don't think that's faster than what the alternative there is, but I wanted to try it. Anyways, that zip wants us, or that challenge wants us to get to the other side with all the fishes, and it doesn't really care how we do it. There's no, like, location checks during the challenge, so we don't have to ride along the fishes, thankfully. Okay. This challenge wants us to get 100,000, which is baby numbers for us.
Yeah, if you've seen like score attacks in this game, 100,000 might sound like a lot of points. It is not.
It is not even close. Later on in the game, after you beat the final boss, this area of the game challenges you to get like, what, 5 million, somewhere between there? So, clearly the game is intending you to grow as a player pretty quickly, but, you know. Fine, it's nice that these challenges don't overstay their welcome or anything, in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly.
If they were a lot longer, that'd be real complicated. You'll kind of see what that looks like in the next area.
Yeah. We're coming up on the last challenge here. This is the slide challenge, we call it. You have to slide along this boost lane, which will keep your slide going indefinitely while you're on it, which is pretty cool. And just you're supposed to get all the boost charges. You can just hit some location triggers, essentially.
Yeah. Also, shout out to the Hideki Naganuma blaring in the background. I think I got the music bug pretty early on, so music has been kind of quiet this whole time, unfortunately. But hopefully hopefully it's fine. I don't know. But yeah, this game's soundtrack is very good. I would highly recommend go listening to it if you haven't already. It's very good.
Vouch.
Oh god. You wanna talk smack about some cops? Literally, get it? Like talk smack as in like hitting them.
Whoa. Yeah, we have to just sort of battle this horde of cops here. The way to do this fast is to try to get as many of them No
Oh
way.
my
Did you get all
god!
of them?
I'm goated!
No way. That is unbelievable.
Oh, dude. I saw it, I envisioned it, and then I executed all 10 of them. That is ridiculously hard. I think
Yeah, I've
that's
never
the
done
second
that.
time I've ever seen that happen. And the first time was by world record holders, or previous world record holder Storied. Oh my
That
god.
is- And
Oh
you had a
my
great
God.
mech fight. No
That
way.
fight was also really good. Look, I'm really good at beating up cops. Trust me. Anyways.
You sure are. Yeah,
Thanks.
if you just spray them, it's basically a one-hit KO, and Claus managed to get all 10 of them in the same spray.
Yeah,
Wow.
let's go. Yeah, so the optimal way to beat cops is by spray painting them, because we all know they're pretty weak to that.
And you got
let's
first
go.
try
That was
maul
also
clip. What is happening?
Okay, my maul is typically terrible, but it's fine. Look in the background of this cutscene. Hi, Red. What you doing? Anyways. Oh my god, and my controller disconnected. Ruined. What's the point?
So that was
Anyways.
that was a zip there to get a bunch of speed, use that speed to clip through a wall, jump across an out of bounds gap over to right next to where the crew battle starts. Otherwise, you have to take like a really long trek down past where the slide challenge was. It takes forever. That clip saves a whole bunch of time. And now we're in the crew battle.
Yeah. Alright. That was a really good ending to Maul, at least.
That was ridiculous. Really
Made
good
up
is an
for
understatement.
Yeah, made up for some of the shenanigans in the first 50 trick combo challenge, but it's fine. But yeah, we're just in this crew battle now. We want to get enough points to beat them, which we certainly have, I think.
Yeah, it's like it.
I don't think they go above like 250, so.
I think it's like 300 something. I think 250 is clips. No, I might be wrong actually. You might be right. I forget that the franks are like 50, so.
Yeah, I think the clips are close to like 100.
Yeah, you
but
might be right.
yeah, it's worth also noting that the crew battles have a very small range on what they can actually achieve as a point value. It is kind of random, but it's typically consistent within a small range, so you don't have to worry about it too much.
Yeah, it's not one of those things where like, oh, if you're far ahead, they'll start getting more points. No, they always get the same, so you don't need to worry about it.
Yeah, around the same. So it's really nice because it allows for some of the strats we do. Shout out to I Wanna Know. I just restarted the song. Get owned.
2 mellow percent complete. There is
Thank
a
God.
category extension, the goal of which is just to grab that song.
It is surprisingly complicated because you can do it all in Chapter 1 if you get Pretty Boy Revival, the skip that allows us to skip the hideout stuff in the beginning of the game. But we have zip storage. Helix in chat. This extends to you. Are the fins damp?
I just woke up.
Have the fins been damp? I don't know. I also just woke up. I'm kind of feeling like they aren't. You know.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Saying sometimes.
Sometimes.
I don't know if they're damp yet today.
I don't know if they're damp. Me, I'm in a bad spot right now. You wouldn't get it. Poor fish. I would get it, I think. I'm your friend, fish. Anyways. I love those fish there.
Here's Nightmare 2. We did zip storage to get just an absurd amount of speed, like 140 speed.
Like, actually
something
ridiculous.
Yeah.
We're gonna use it all to get launched by the wrong direction by the fish. Damn it.
Nah, that was really unfortunate.
Yeah, unlucky,
Well,
but it's fine.
You got the half skip at least.
Yeah, so the full skip there allows you to skip the entirety of this stream. You can get launched all the way to the escalators at the end, and it's not particularly hard, but it can be finicky, where sometimes you'll just get you'll hit an invis wall, or you won't get the launch that you need, or you know, sometimes stuff happens, but it's fine. We have thankfully a backup here. We avoided a big cop fight trigger, which allows us to skip it all without having any shenanigans go on. by clipping out of bounds and then touching this little platform here, which sets our respawn point to right before these escalators. No way, it's escalator 2.
Whoa!
Alright, and that is well done.
Mm-hmm. Coming up next is Chapter 4, the hardest part of the run.
Yeah, chapter 4 is focus time for me, Smile. Oh, my button prompts are back all of a sudden. No more sprite index. Okay. Sure, thanks game, I guess. But you'll see, we're playing as Trice, and this is because Red is dead. Can I get a pog in the chat?
Let's go.
Let's go! Red is dead. He takes a sniper bullet to the head by Escher, and I'm not kidding. That is actually what happens. So we gotta go find the Flesh Prince to fix him up. That was close. You can do a zip off that billboard. It's pretty precise, but we have a setup that is still hard, but doable. But
You can at least get a car boost there. If you just sort of jump on a moving car, you can get a little bit of speed off of it. It's fun.
Yeah, car boosts are... That was mean. I got hit by a car during the
Oh, how rude, yeah.
Anyways. Car boosts are nice, but they're not super often. They're typically backups to if you miss zips.
Yeah, zips are
And
just way
thankfully
better.
we've been doing zips kind of decently. Anyways, we're on our way to find the Flesh Prince.
Wait, I don't know that the Flesh Prince is here.
Oh, he's definitely on this island,
Oh, okay.
I think. What, you didn't do this during your casual playthrough?
No, not at all.
Oh my god,
What the heck?
I'm owned.
No, no.
Let's go. Sick.
Alright.
So, if
Okay,
it wasn't
in case
glaringly
it-
obvious.
Obvious.
Yeah, that was not intended. We're supposed to do like a 5-minute fetch quest, but when we go into that area, if we do not let ourselves touch the ground for longer than a second, the game never sets our respawn point. So then if we jump into the water, we get the default respawn point, which is on the island. So we can just get to the island way before we're supposed to.
Alright. And we're gonna use this all to get owned by a rail on Pyramid here.
Oh no.
It's fine. This is gonna come in handy later whenever I inevitably fail Score Battle 2.
Yeah, I might as well get this graffiti here for safety since you're here.
Yeah. But Pyramid Island is very difficult. It's whatever, I don't need that too. Because it is very high octane. There are a lot of pretty tricky zips. I did it again! What is even the point?
Yeah, lots of tricky zips. This is my favorite chapter. The way it works is just so fascinating to me. We can use the level's geometry against itself, as you're seeing. We can get a zip,
I got
sort of.
such a low bounce, but it does even better because I'm coded.
Wow, that was actually really
That was
smart.
an interesting save.
Nice job.
Anyways, what were you saying?
Yeah, we can use zips and sort of go not necessarily out of bounds, but away from the pyramid, then use its geometry against itself to bounce off of the slopes and go up to the top. It's used in a few more places. It's so
It's
cool.
really cool. There's a lot of potential with the zips. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Helix would know about potential in Pyramid because
Yes.
Helix has rerouted Pyramid probably close to approaching double-digit amount of times.
Yeah, this stage has seen a whole lot of reroutes.
Mhm.
I kept finding things for a while.
My one contribution to the Pyramid route is still in the route, so I'm happy.
True. Alright, so we are
I
now
guess
entering...
two because I also found a Death Warp, but
Oh, good
humble
point.
brag.
We are now entering Score Battle 1. Speaking of Death Warps, Shovel Claws is keeping a Death Warp active. Remember what I said, where if you touch the ground for longer than a second, it will set your respawn point. So, Shovel Claws intentionally set its respawn point to be in the lab, toward the top. So, we start Score Battle 1, we go Death Warp, and now we get some more graffiti on our way down. This is pretty difficult. Claws is balancing a few things right now. One, keeping a Death Warp active, so the floor is lava. Two
Yeah.
is getting enough rep. We need 150 rep total. We need to get 50 in order to start the first score battle, and then we want to get the last 100 in score battles entirely. You might be thinking, but Helix, the score battle timer stops while graffiti is being sprayed. And that is true, but it still is faster to get a bunch of graffiti during these score battles because the timer will still tick down as you're, making your way to them, going between graffiti. So it works out nicely. And also, we are making sure we get enough score. You might be getting a little worried about that score, but it'll be fine. There is a spiral coming up, which will get us a whole bunch of multipliers.
Dude, imagine being the Devil Theory here, and Trice just cheats during this by going on the spiral and, like, racks up a million different points. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Out of nowhere.
We cheat in a much more obvious way pretty soon, too.
Yeah, I mean, you know what happens later is kind of justified with the amount of cheating we do. But
yeah,
it's
score
okay.
battles are really difficult because there's just so much to keep track of on the route. It's pretty tight. If you make one mistake, it can just completely ruin it.
Yeah, you also noticed we ended up landing, and you might be thinking, oh, no, you're death warp. Don't worry, it's intentional. We did, in fact, set a new death warp for a little something something. We talked about cheating earlier. We love cheating, being speedrunners and all. Hi, YouTube comments. We're just gonna teleport to the end of this big race, and I feel like Devil Theory gets a little mad because he calls the cops on us.
Yeah, which...
Oh, that was awful.
Ooh.
I might actually get all of them off of that.
What?
It was close.
Oh, yeah, that was really close. It should have given it to you, I think, in my IMO.
I don't know why recently, but I just can't do the setup. We have a little setup there to take out all the cops in one go, but I've been getting unlucky, I think. Anyways, we mentioned earlier that Red was dead. I told you Flesh Prince was on this island, because clearly he's fine.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry about it. Anyways, this challenge wants us to hit 3/4 pipes. We're definitely going to do that. That was 3/4 pipes.
Come on.
Yeah, that was 3/4 pipes, right? Right?
I love that challenge so much. It's so funny. You don't have to do anything there. You can just hit 3 of the quarter pipe triggers. They're like right above the quarter pipe, but it's funny.
Yeah. Once you go off the quarter pipe, you get a little bit of speed. You can take that to score battle too. It's actually faster than boosting, very slightly.
Yeah.
And
Pretty
so
awesome.
now we have score battle 2, pretty much the
Spiked.
same thing I said in score battle 1. Gotta get rep, gotta get score, and eventually we will also be keeping alive a death warp. But there is a zip in the middle of the score battle.
Let's go.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. We'll see. There we go. Thankfully, it's made a little bit easier by some of my mistakes earlier where I missed the zip twice on that rail. So, we're game. We're fine. We should be okay.
Yeah, normally Claus would have to, after doing all this, go over to some rails and get some more graffiti. Just take some more time, but not gonna have to do that, so time is less of a concern right now.
Okay. Here's that death warp you just set.
Yep.
And we
Come
only
into
need
play.
a 6, so we should be good after this.
Yeah, you have enough score too.
Alright. That's a pretty solid Pyramid Island for all things considered.
Yeah, not bad. The
This,
only thing that really fought you was the first zip, which fights everyone.
I mean, and it ended up benefiting us. But even then, I think if I didn't hit the if I did hit the zip first try, it wouldn't have mattered because I had more than enough time to get it all there. So our worries are mostly done. We do want to keep a death warp, but keeping a death warp tends to be pretty easy. You just jump a lot. Floor is mostly lava, but you can touch lava for like 2 seconds, so before it really burns.
Well, not
Anyways,
2 seconds.
I thought it is 2 seconds.
It's like, I think it's actually like 1.15 seconds or something ridiculous.
Speedrunners and their numbers. I hate numbers. Numbers aren't real. Can I get a hell yeah in chat?
Fuck
alright.
yeah.
So true. Anyways, they called the cops on us again, Devil Theory did, and they're helicopters this time. Uh-oh. Okay, we're good. I panicked there a little bit. But we're good. We're chilling. But
So after
we have
taking
enough
care of
rep.
these helicopters, it is time to death
Thank
warp.
God.
As Claus was saying before I rudely interrupted, we have enough rep for the crew battle. We're gonna death warp straight to the crew battle and just talk to them in the middle of getting up. It's really nice if you can set your position to be right in front of them, because otherwise you have to wait for Trice to get up, and that's slow.
Yeah, it's you just mash the trigger. Thankfully, they didn't think to not allow you to do like interactions with stuff during your death animation, so you can just do stuff still, and it's very nice. It's very kind of Team Reptile. Also, during this crew battle, while we're on the subject, Team Reptile is a great group of devs, and I have multiple times had one of the lead devs of this game in my stream chat, just watching, and I think that is pretty cool. They're very in tune with the community. Also, what's up, Devil Theory? How's it
Eyes
going?
of Void.
Okay, bye.
If you paid attention, there was a Devil Theory crew member that somehow voided out and so got the default respawn.
We have an emote in the Bomb Rush speedrunning server that is called Dies of Void. It is so good, but I'm biased because I did make it.
Easy. Hell yeah.
Make sure you set your respawn, by the way. Let them
I
not
was
touch
getting
the ground long
the
enough yet.
score. I did not. But yeah. We're gonna set up a death warp up to the top of this of the pyramid here, up at the top floor for reasons you'll see in about 34 seconds.
So we're just hanging out for a little bit now. Kind of a needed break. Pyramid is ridiculous, as you just saw.
I wonder if I can get the slappy hands.
Easy.
I know this
it'll
loses
play
time, but
animation,
it's
you'll
not
lose
like,
time. No.
oh no, my minute and a half behind speedrun.
Your speedrun that isn't valid anyway because you loaded a save.
I know, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Alright, gaming.
Yeah, you got beat.
My controller just get...
Oh no.
I can't move. I can't move! Okay, you know what? I deserve that. I got punished. It's okay.
So chat is saying if you do the animation when crew ends, it will soft block you, which I think was meant
Does
to
it
be a
actually?
warning, but I did not see that in time.
No, we're good. It's fine. We can't do the death warp though, which is funny.
Yeah. Well, we wouldn't have
Never
been able to because
punished.
your controller died, so or disconnected.
No, my controller did not disconnect actually. I
right.
just thought it did because the
It was
game...
just a soft block.
Yeah, it was just a
Really
soft
funny.
block. That is really funny. It's okay. You can see the backups. That's funny. I didn't know that.
That's actually kind of cool to show off, in a way.
That is kind of funny. Anyways, this is the DJ Cyber fight.
Yeah, so DJ Cyber is gonna throw some records at us. We just need to smack them back into his face. And try to do it
We smack
really
a lot of
quick
things
here.
in this game.
Yeah. The last two phases you need to do it real quick, because if you're too close to Cyber for too long, he will just jump away. Nicely done. Alright, phase 2. You can hit Cyber immediately by just mashing right after that cutscene, and now we are going to pause to wait out Cyber's invincibility frames. I'm not kidding. If you just pause, Cyber's invincibility frames will run out, and you can hit him again immediately. Nicely done.
I am
That was a
glad
really
that went
clean
well,
fight.
because that gave me a ton of trouble yesterday. And I didn't
Yeah.
even practice it. I'm just built it. You know.
I thought you did. Okay.
I lied. I said I was going to, and then I didn't. Because I hate practicing. And that's what I get. That's,
no.
That's good timing. Anyways.
Seems like a good day for some baseball. Any
Yeah, do
baseball
we have
enjoyers?
any sports fans in chat? Probably not. We're watching speedruns, but, you know. Alright. We're gonna line up for a really difficult trick here. I need to swap to keyboard and mouse for this, so it's fine. I'm gonna move my mic back even more, and then you'll get to hear me more whenever I hit the trick.
Taking our time here to line it up. It's very, very precise.
That was a foul. That's okay.
Yep, it's okay. We get to try again. Not a problem.
Yeah, so these are all like baseball coded language, Helix, if you want to run it down.
Yeah, you can get anything from a single to a grand slam, depending on how far you get from getting launched from this windmill you're trying to get launched by.
Mhm.
The nice thing
Red
is
is
that
the
if you point your
ball, and
camera,
windmill is the bat.
yes. The nice thing is if you point your camera directly away from the windmill and are far enough away from it, it will despawn the windmill. Oh, okay, yeah, that was.
Okay, I didn't get the respawn actually. I'm okay with this.
Oh, you try it again.
We're gonna go for it until I hit it. Because
Yeah,
I want
good.
to.
That was a really rough one to work with. You got not a lot of height and a lot of speed, so you had to
Yeah.
adjust that really
It
quickly. That was really hard.
but yeah.
Yeah. Doable, but you gotta be kind of cracked for that one.
Yeah. You gotta be world's best baseball player.
Mm-hmm. Gotta be Shohei Ohtani out here.
Does this work?
What?
It might work.
What? It did? Oh my god.
Dude! Let's go! That was a crazy grand slam.
That was the weirdest
go.
baseball I've ever seen.
That was the weirdest baseball I've ever seen. Oh, let's go.
The pitcher
was
threw
a
a slider
grand
and you
slam.
hit it excellently. Wow.
Yeah, that was a curveball. But yeah, we hit baseball. You can see it launches us so fast, that windmill does, that it just completely decimates red, the ball. It allows us to get to the very top there if we do it well.
That was
I'm very
unbelievable.
happy with that.
You should be proud of that. Your
typically-
improv there was really, really good.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I would say typically we'd be a lot closer to the estimate. And I'd make some joke about being close to the estimate and having an entire chapter left. But I don't think it applies in this case because we're still 20 minutes ahead of estimate, and the run's about to end.
Yeah.
So
you
Helix,
like
what's up,
zips, by the
Dom?
way? Not much. What's up with you?
What?
Yep.
You can't do this to me.
Yes, I can.
How dare you?
This is the final boss sequence, by the way.
Yeah, we skipped to the final boss.
The trigger
Don't worry
that starts this is just always active because the game does not expect us to be able to get here without playing the whole chapter, but the game is wrong.
Very wrong. There's a lot of ways to get here, but none of them are as easy as standing on top of a billboard and then going to the final boss sequence. Anyways, this is the final boss. Time is going to be in about 2 minutes. We'll try to call it, but it's kind of hard.
A little less than that, ideally.
Preferably. But, you know, prepare for the worst. Foe sucks.
Yeah, this
also,
boss
spoiler
is
alert, but
super annoying.
this boss is Foe, pretty boy from the beginning. He betrays us. Also, this means that you won't really get to see Futurism, the 5th crew, until probably after this run, depending on how the, on what, I did this wrong, it's fine. Yeah, okay. I'm getting an attack, this is unlucky.
Yeah, if you take too long between arms, foe will go into an attack. That's not the worst one, though. At least it's not machine gun.
Yeah, it could have been worse. I can still manage to get an attack off or two.
Yep. So you need to take care of the rest of his arms, and then there will be one more hit, and that final hit will be time.
Yeah. Also, it's worth noting that the trick we did to get to the final boss sequence is called Updog. Some people have an alternative name. Smile. And it skips 20 minutes of story. Anyways, I died. Nice.
Nah.
So yeah, time is gonna come whenever we kiss Foe on his pretty little forehead. And we won't do that until after this attack ends, because we can't attack it during this.
Yay, you got the funny attack. Alright, we get to wait. So time's coming up very soon. We'll call it out. Be ready.
And time. Foe is dead. Foe gets owned. That was a 1 hour and 38 minutes. Load this, but it doesn't matter because I did quit out to swap to a different save file, so I'm out. But
fun
it's
showing
fine.
that was awesome. Yeah, when this was submitted, 120 was an appropriate estimate because the game was so new, but this game has progressed so much lately.
Helix has said a few times that 1 week in this game is another game's like 1 month.
Yep.
And yeah, no, the way that this game has progressed is crazy. Before this game released, I was really nervous that this game wouldn't be a very good speedrun. It blew all my expectations out of the water, because now this is like one of my favorite speed games of all time. It is an absolutely amazing run. There's so much cool technical stuff that you can do with such a seemingly on its surface simple game, and like one speed momentum trick. It is somehow compounded onto itself to be a super technical run that starts fast and never slows down, and I love that.
Yeah.
It's great. I want to give a big shout out, of course, to everyone in the community. Bytes, Story, Ninja Cookie. It's hard to remember names. That's the 3 that I remember. My brain isn't big enough to fit all of them in. But you know, if you're in this game's community, you're a cool cat. And you know, I just said cool cat. That's embarrassing. But this game is super dope. Big shout outs to everyone that's worked to make this game really cool. I also want to give a big shout out to an older community member, Zumo the Papaya, because he found a lot too. In recent memory, though, a lot of the discoveries come from Ninja Cookie and you know, the crew. The BRC community is super active right now. It's really awesome. Also, thank you to Helix for joining me. Go follow them, Helix_13_ on Twitch. They are a crack gamer at this. They are top 5 right now, I think. Maybe
I'm like
maybe
7th
just
now,
kicked
actually.
out.
Yeah, I just got kicked out recently. I'll be back there soon enough. Don't worry about it.
You'll be back. Otherwise, I mean, anything you wanna mention?
I think you covered everything. If you want to get into this game, join the Discord server, speedrun.com/BRC. There's a link there. So many helpful people. We would love to help you out in learning this game. But I think
we have
pretty much got everything.
As well.
Yes.
We have categories for just beating the game. You know, any % classic. We have categories for unlocking all the characters, spraying all the graffiti, 100%, which is a behemoth of the run. Which I'll be doing live on my stream for a sub goal. Oops. So if you want to see that, you can follow me over at Shovel Claws. Otherwise, we're just sitting through these credits. It's fine.
Thank you to Pixel Perfect Events for having us.
Yeah, of course. This is my, like, 5th run with them? They're good people. So thank you, Pixel Perfect. Definitely follow the stream and keep watching if you like speedruns. Smile.
Well, with that, thank you so much, Shovel and Helix, for this amazing run, the amazing saves you did. And we're about to head into a quick intermission to set up Silent Bomber by DancePence94, which is also very hyped to watch, so definitely stay tuned, and we'll be right back.